Next up, at UFC 313, we have the main event of the evening. We have the fight that everybody said wasn't going to happen. We have a fight where all of the longtime Ankalaev lovers and dick riders were yelling and screaming. The UFC's protecting Alex. Alex is ducking Ankalaev. He'll never fight him. The UFC is afraid. But here we are. Alex Pereira is defending his belt for the 5th time in a little bit over a year. He's fighting the one person that you all screamed, and when I say you all, I'm talking to the people that are just obsessed with Ankalaev, that you all screamed he would never fight and that he was being protected from. The person who is 2-0-2 in his last 4 fights. He's fighting the person who already fought for a title and couldn't win it. He's fighting for a person who earned his title shot with a decision win over Chinny Racic. A no contest over chinny-ass Johnny Walker. He actually got to Johnny Walker's chin one time. And a draw against Jan Blachowicz, who basically crippled his legs. That's the murderer's row resume of your hero, Ankalaev.
Are you about Racic?
No, Jan Blachowicz chewed up Ankalaev's legs when he fought for the belt. This is Ankalaev's second title shot, not his first. This is
I know,
his
but
second
you didn't mention Ankalaev as Racic as a competitor, did you?
I did. I said Chinny Racic. A decision win over Chinny Racic. Well, we saw Yuri put his ass out. Go ahead, pick Ankalaev. You know what? And I got a message for you then. We got Alex Pereira.
Any amount of money.
We got Alex Pereira, 12-2 in his career. He is 5-0 in his last 5. He's looking to defend his belt for the 5th time. Taking on Magomed Ankalaev, 3-0-2 in his last 5. He's coming out the decision win at UFC 308. A boring decision win, which was mostly striking. And that's the funny part about this. If you're rooting for Ankalaev, first of all, let me back up before people fucking lose their minds. Ankalaev can absolutely win this fight. He's a very good fighter. He's a well-rounded, no, hold on. He's a well-rounded guy. We know he can wrestle. We know he can strike. He's a well-rounded guy, seemingly has a good chin. So he can definitely win this fight. My biggest issue is with the people yelling and screaming that Pereira was afraid of him. The people yelling and screaming, wanting Ankalaev to win this fight. Let me ask you this. Why, other than like being right in a YouTube comment section, why would you want to replace the most exciting, most active light heavyweight champion we have ever had with the most boring dude we've ever seen? Even Nina Drama could not make Ankalaev exciting in her video. That full interview was one of the most boring things I've ever seen in my life. This guy's got no personality whatsoever. His fighting style's not exciting. It's not even like everybody's convinced he's this drag-out wrestler. He's not even like Islam. Like, Islam's a drag-him-out wrestler, but Islam's an exciting wrestler. Magomed doesn't shoot as much as you think he does, and he's just a distant striker. Why would you want... I understand if you want to... Hey, I'm looking at the tape. I think Ankalaev wins, and here's the reasons. I can understand that. What I don't understand is why you would want him to be champion.
Well, if he becomes champion, you get the rematch, and you might get a trilogy. It could be 3 great fights.
Dude,
and if he doesn't win, who's next? Who does Alex fight? There's nobody left. So
he goes up to this. This is what I would want.
He's not going to fucking go fight. He's not fucking John Jones. He's not going to fight fucking Aspinall.
Fuck, dude. If Alex Pereira wins this fight, they strip John Jones and they do Jones versus Aspinall. I bet my life. Or they do Alex versus John Jones for the heavyweight title. And they're doing that immediately. My point is, we all agree.
They would have just done. They would just got it. This would have never happened if they would have.
Do you agree that Alex is one of the most exciting champions of all time?
I've never picked against Alex, so you're preaching to the choir here. I fucking love Alex.
So that's my biggest issue is people basically rooting against them just to be right in the comments section. We have one of the most exciting guys in the world right in front of us. Why the fuck would we want to walk away from that? Now, if I'm breaking down the fight objectively, obviously Alex hits like an absolute freight train. We haven't really seen Ankalaev on ice skates, so I can't really say if he's chinny. We don't know what's going to happen if he eats a big one. It's not like Alex has knocked everybody out. He went toe-to-toe with Bruno Silva, wasn't able to get it done at that point in Bruno Silva's career. I do think Alex is going to win this fight. I'm going to pick him to win. I'm obviously very clearly biased. You can hear it in my voice. The reason I think he can win this fight is because Magomed is not an insane, nasty, diehard wrestler. We know he can wrestle, But it's not like he's in Islam, though he's taking down everybody he's ever tried to take down. So he may entertain the striking for a little bit. And if Alex starts to hit a flow state and starts to dot up Ankalaev, then Ankalaev's takedowns aren't like really well set up, then Alex can start to take over. Alex is also trolling him. Did you see the video where he like got fake knocked out and stuff? So he's obviously starting to have some fun out here too. And the last thing I'm going to say before I hand it over to you, sorry about the rant, is do you all remember when Ankalaev was literally begging for this title shot on Twitter? Begging? He tweeted, I won't shoot a single takedown for the first 15 minutes if you give me this title shot, I promise. Jacob, that tweet has been deleted. And since then, we had a video of Alex and Glover wrestling in the snow, and Magomed said, you better be prepared to do this for 25 minutes. What a bitch. Who do you think wins, Jacob?
Yeah, as I mentioned, Alex is I'm a big fucking fan of Alex. I've never picked against him. He is a former lock of the week. He actually was the first winner lock of the week of the 10 lock of the week streak. I hit 10 in a row, and Alex was number 1. So he is más importante to me, to my legacy, and everything that I'm about. You guys know, if you want to win, you never bet against Brazil, right? And if he comes in and he smokes Ankalaev, nobody's going to be surprised, right? A big left hand, maybe a right hand, whatever it is, you know what I mean? They'll start thinking, I like Alex. Alex is a good fighter, there's no doubt about that. Angelo said he's an exciting guy. He bought in perfect. Nobody has bought into their own personality better than Alex, right? He understood what the people liked about him, and he just stuck with it, right? Doesn't say anything about Shama, right? And does the skits, and nobody has done more for themselves as far as self-publicity than Alex Pereira. He made himself who he is. And then I started looking at things a little different. And I'm like, you start getting into, he comes into Bruno Silva. Fine. He smokes Sean Strickland, right? And then he's fighting Izzy. Izzy's a good striker. Izzy almost puts him out, right? And then he's able to, find that KO on Izzy. But then Izzy does put him out, right? Then he's fighting Jan. And he's, the split with Jan that people think, I don't know if he won it. He's getting taken down. Then he's fighting Yuri. Yuri fucking sucks, right? Then he's fighting Jamal Hill. Well, Jamal Hill fucking sucks. Then he's fighting Yuri again. Oh, Yuri fucking sucks. We know that already. Then he's fighting Khalil Roundtree. Tough son of a bitch was landing.
Don't say he sucks. Yeah,
was landing some good stuff. Hurt Alex, right? So when I'm looking back on this, I'm like, well, Khalil is a good striker. Hurt Alex. Izzy. Good striker, knocked him out. Izzy, good striker, hurt Alex, right? I'm looking at Ankalaev, I'm watching his fights. I'm like, this guy's a good fucking striker. And he's a good fucking striker. And the way that he comes forward and the way Alex kind of fights backwards at times when pressured, I mean, this guy's getting hit. I'm seeing this guy getting hit, right? I'm seeing this guy getting hurt. I'm seeing this guy getting flatlined. And I'm trying to put one on one, and I'm thinking, does Alex Pereira have a Mickey Mouse resume? Oh. Is that a Mickey Mouse resume, Angelo? Is that a fraudulent? Is he not who we think he is? We're going to fucking find out. And guess what? We will find out. And Ankalaev is going to win this fight. And I don't think he needs the wrestling. I think he's a dangerous enough striker. I know people think, the pillow fist, he's not aggressive. You watch that Rocky fight, he went right at that dude, pressuring forward. If anything, I think that something is going to happen inside of 2 rounds. It just feels like it's just got that energy where Ankalaev is just going to come forward. And honestly, it's not like a fucking fraud check, right? Alex is getting, somebody actually said, I think somebody on Twitter was like, could be a fraud check for Alex. It's like, what are you talking about? This guy's not a fucking fraud. He's a fucking world champion, whatever, 2 different weight classes. But, when he's fought some decent strikers, he's been clipped a few different times. And Ankalaev might be the best of them all. So I'm going Ankalaev.
So the other narrative here is obviously Ramadan. Ramadan started March 1st. This is March 8th. There'll be 7 days into fasting. Obviously, Ankalaev can eat and drink, but only after sundown. That is going to affect the training. That's going to affect the fight itself. Actually, the sun will be down during the fight, so he can drink water between rounds. But will the sun be down during what time does the sun go down in Las Vegas? As fucking dumb as that sounds.
It's about the same time everywhere, Angelo. The sun
Not
sets
really.
at the rate of time zones. It just depends on what side of the time zone you're on.
So the sun will probably be down.
It's not like it's going to be fucking. The card starts.
Yeah, no. All right. So the sun. Anyway, so he'll be able to
He
drink
can probably
between rounds.
He can probably get the big thing probably is going to be able to get a snack before the fight, and he should be able to get a snack in before the fight, I believe.
So I don't know how big, because then you could always counter that whole thing with, well, Bilal won the title during Ramadan. So I don't know what a factor that is. I just want to put it out there because people do seem obsessed with that. I don't know.
Well, you said before, I don't want to. A lot of people don't want to fight during Ramadan because it does affect you. But they put it during Ramadan, and he said, you know what, you got to take it, so we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, and good for him, right? Because there's been people who have turned things down in the past, didn't work out for him. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I am glad that we're getting this fight literally for no reason other than, all right, let's just see it. At this point, let's just see it. And you know what? Alex lost his middleweight belt to Izzy and then went up and won this belt. And maybe he loses this belt and then goes up and wins another. He only has a few years left. And he is one of the most exciting guys we have ever seen in this era of MMA. In the era where Conor McGregor is like a confirmed RAPIST, we've got Alex Pereira stepping up, making a superstar out of himself, and carrying us and carrying this sport for the last 2 years. I'm not ready to be done with that just yet. So I'm rooting big time for Alex here. Big time for Alex. And if you do want to check out any of the picks and the bets and the tools that we've got going on, including bets on this fight, go to WeWantPicks.com. It's only $10 for an entire month. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, unlock everything you could ever want or need heading into a fight week.